everyone, welcome back to our channel startuplanes.com. I'm Namrata and I'm taking interviews of the CEOs and founders of several innovative startups in India. In today's interview, I'll be talking with Mr. Habibuddin Sheikh, the founder and managing director of Snack Nation Agro Foods Private Limited. He has a decorated history of 25 years working in the fields of HR, construction, and FMCG. But when he saw kids consuming unhealthy snacks resulting in health complications, that's when he started Snack Nation. You want to know more about his business? Let's get into the video.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Thank you for joining. I'm Namrata and I'll be taking your interview. So, if you could please kindly introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi Namrata, good evening. I'm Habibuddin Sheikh, the founder and the managing director of Snack Nation Agro Foods Private Limited. I have completed my post-graduation in HR and also I have over 25 years of experience in FMCG sector as well as construction industry. And I had an opportunity to manage over 3,000 people on a particular site. So this is a brief introduction.
So, how did you come up with the idea of your startup?
Actually, I saw a lot of kids eating these snacks. So these snacks are very, let's say, lucrative and very famous in, especially within the kids. But what we have seen that we came with a lot of health issues. So the idea came into my mind that we need to produce something which is really healthy and tasty, and that is the only reason we are working on a healthy segment side. And apart from this, there was another, let's say, feature which I can say the exponential growth of these snacks in domestic market as well as foreign market. So the idea behind this was that we will produce something in India and later on we will export in Asian countries, especially Middle East.
So, was there a gap in the market that you could identify while thinking about developing your startup?
Basically, nachos, we started with nachos, and nachos is a Mexican product. And we have a data given by the government of India that it started somewhere from 2004, and there is a gradual growth of this particular segment in India. So what happened that this growth is not coming down, rather it is increasing. 10 years down the line, if you see, you ask people, they might not be knowing what is nachos is. Because in Mexico, what happens, these nachos, it's a complete meal for them. In India, still people, they don't take it as a meal, rather they eat as a chip. But the awareness is coming on a sizable size now. So what we decided that we will start with nachos, so that whatever people are conscious about their health and all. So this particular opportunity we wanted to utilize, and that's the reason we have come to this particular sector.
Alright. So, were there any difficulties or challenges that you had faced in the initial stages of the startup?
Namrata, what happened? We have started just 1 year back, and unfortunately or fortunately, whatever you can say, the plan we started executing somewhere in March 2019, and during that time, what happened? COVID-19 struck up, and my machinery that was supposed to come from Taiwan, because we have got the online complete automatic system, and due to COVID-19, it got delayed for about, let's say, 10 to 12 months. And there was a difficulty of hiring a staff also. But now we have overcome of all these situations, and now my product that is in market, and day by day we are gradually increasing and improving.
So, other than nachos, are there any other products that you're currently giving out to the customers?
Look, nachos is not only our product. We started with nachos. What happened that we wanted to give something different and something very, as I said earlier, healthy options to my consumers. Uh, Currently, we are supplying three flavors: tomato tangy, cheese, and barbecue. And within a couple of months, we are going to launch another two flavors, that is jalapeno and peri peri.
Okay. So,
So,
you're talking, yeah.
so these are the packets in nachos, but there will be a different size of packets, like 45 rupees, 55 rupees, 100 rupees. And one good thing I would like to mention here in nachos, we are going to provide this mayo-based dish that is a free of charge for let's say medium sized packs and family packs. With family packs, definitely there will be two dips, and with medium sized packs, it will be only one dip. Uh, Till now in India, nobody is giving with normal packaging any dips. There are dips available which comes in let's say containers, like you might have seen in theaters and all.
Right.
Dips are there that comes in containers. So this is one of the good things which we have decided, and our board of directors also very clear on this, that do your best and give maximum to the consumer. And apart from the nachos, when we started, there was a lot of demand from the distributor and super stockists that, sir, we need even non-premium products. What happened that for non-premium products, we have like 5 rupees product and 10 rupees product, that is a post product. So in that we have designed and we have, let's say, succeeded with 6 palettes like ring, puff, and cashew, heart, star, and wave. So these are the palettes which we give in a different flavors, and all is having a different flavors and very unique flavors. So in 5 rupees segment we have 6 products, 10 rupees segment we have 3 products right now, and there are 3 more products in 10 rupees which will be coming, let's say, in next 2 months.
Okay. So you're talking about your consumers, and if I was one of your consumers, why should I buy or choose your products and not others?
Okay. Namrata, I would like to add one more thing for your previous question, because we have another product that is namkeen, like mixed farsan, chili mili, nut crackers, etc. on the namkeen side. But that area we are developing on a bulk side. There are a lot of demand where people take it on a bulk, like 1000 kilo, 2000 kilo, 5000 kilo in a month. So that also we are supplying. Yeah, please go ahead with your next question.
Yeah, so I was saying that if I was one of your consumers, why should I buy your products and not anyone else's?
Look, everybody has got their own share in the market. But as I said to you, there are many factors which my product has benefits for the consumer. Out of this, I would like to highlight 3 things. One, these nachos are made by treated corn. When we receive these materials, it comes with a process. So these treated corn is not only helping me to give a right product, rather it reduces the oil absorption. So that is one of the very good things in our nachos, that the oil portion is very less. So most of the people, what they say, so it is roasted or it is fried, although it is a deep fried. So that is one thing which is very good. And second, definitely we are going to give this free. So that will be an added advantage for the consumers. And third thing is, we are very conscious about quality, hygiene, cleanliness, and trying to give products in a very good condition to my consumers.
Right. Also, extending that question part of the consumer, if I say that, please tell me 3 reasons why your company is better or unique. It stands out than rest of your competitors.
Uh, See, we always believe in one thing that okay, competitors. I don't generally compare with competitors. But the thing is, there are people who have given their ages. They are working, they are operating since for 70 years, 50 years, 60 years. We have recently started, so it won't be fair to compare my product with their product. But honestly, I'm telling you, what we are trying to do, we are trying to give a very good product which is very tasty when they eat, and when they eat, it should not be harmful for them. You know, so health is our major concern. Otherwise, I would have gone to the same segment what people are doing. So the whole motive that we need to provide snacks because see, like you, if you want to diet, you can have nachos chips because it is full of fibers. It will give you the proper dieting system also, and it will be very helpful. It won't harm you.
Okay. So, when selecting vendors for your company, what are the parameters you actually judge them upon before taking them on board?
See, vendors means you're talking about distributors and super stockists, right?
Yeah, it can be any kind of vendor.
See, there are two sides. One is on the procurement side, we have suppliers and vendors. On the selling side, we have, let's say, super stockists and distributors. So if we talk about the super stockists and distributors, definitely we would prefer because see, these products for any manufacturer, it is a brainchild for them. They can't just give it in the hands of anyone. So there are certain parameters, there are certain criteria which super stockist has to meet. Like he has to have a previous experience in the same field. He has to have the proper resources, like he has to have a godown for that to keep the material in a very, let's say, ambient atmosphere and situation. Apart from this, he needs to have, let's say, his own vehicles and all for distribution purpose. And he has to have some effective team management. If he's got good team, then definitely these are the criteria which we generally look in our distributor and super stockist. Apart from this, we are talking about, let's say, on the procurement side, when we purchasing, let's say, I'm purchasing oil, I'm purchasing corn, flour, or any other material. Since we are the manufacturer, we don't deal directly with, let's say, wholesalers or traders. Rather, we try to connect with manufacturers direct from the factory. Like we are getting a lot of materials from Sangli, from the direct factory. What happens, the advantage on that side is we get good quality material, number one. Number two, we get their test certificate. Number three, we get better rates, better delivery system. And these companies, these factories, they work on a long-term basis. It is not like आजकल कुछ हो गया हमारे साथ में तो then immediately they will break the relation. It won't happen. So these are the parameters which we look, and we always try to keep a long-term relationship with vendors, with distributors, and with super stockists.
All right. Also, if you could please share your views on any long-term or short-term goals you have planned for the company.
See, short-term goal is like the idea how we started. First, we started 3 nachos, 3 flavors, because we wanted to have a feedback from the market. Whatever the shortcomings are there, that we should take it very positively, rectify those, then launch another product. So gradually we are, let's say, moving in the market. Earlier we started with 3, now we have 12 products. In coming days, in recent times, that is a short-term goal, we will be having around 32 products in our basket. Apart from the namkeen, I am saying. And namkeen also will have around 10 to 12 products, minimum I am saying. So these are the short-term goals which we would like to definitely achieve that. And apart from this, in our line, what happens, the transport is a major concern, I am saying. Because if I want to send my material to Punjab or let's say Haryana, Kashmir, I can't, because these are the full of air, very less in weight, and the transport cost is very high. To bring that cost down, what we have done, we are going to add some more products like chickpea, makhana. So in our short-term goal, even chickpea and makhana is also included. And for the long-term goal, definitely company has got a very good vision. And what we are trying to let's say succeed for this Pune unit. Once this is succeeded, definitely there's a plan that we will be having across India many more units, so that we can supply on a let's say pan-India level. My product should be everywhere in India. That is a motto. So definitely for the long-term goal, different units are required to serve the entire country.
Great. Also, you will agree to me that when a company or a startup wants to grow, funding is an important part of it. So if you could just tell me about the funding scenario in your company, like have you previously taken funds or are you planning to in the future?
Look, for the long-term goal, definitely funding plays a vital role. We do have those plans, but it might take little time for us to exercise those plans, because our first priority is that meet up the recent goals what we have set for the company. Once we are very well placed in, let's say, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and nearby states. After that, then we are going to open, let's say, other units. Definitely funding will be required. And that time we'll have a better numbers to show our investors that this is what we have planned, this is what we are going to achieve, this is what we are going to do. So based on that, definitely funding is required for long-term goals.
Okay. Lastly, what are your views on startup planes, if I may ask?
Frankly speaking, startup lanes, you guys are doing wonderful job, because we are the startup people. We started with a small company, and you are providing such a good platform where our feelings, our experience, our let's say vision, we can enlighten through your channel, through your platform. So it's really a great opportunity for me to be associated with your company, and your support certainly will help every startup to be visible in the market and to get mingle around with the same segments of business people. So I would congratulate you and your company that you guys are doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Thank you for taking out time and speaking with me and sharing your views about your company to our viewers. It was lovely talking.
Thank you so much. So nice of you.